Hey, Louis. Our plans for my birthday tomorrow are still all in place, right?
Hey, Wendy. Yeah, I did just as you asked and got to stay in the penthouse of that really fancy hotel in town. And I also made sure to talk to the hotel and arrange for the birthday package to be included in our stay.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. The only thing is that I've decided to go with someone else, actually. Not you.
Wait, what do you mean someone else? Who else would you be going to the hotel with?
Well, I'd be going with my new boyfriend, of course.
Your new boyfriend? Sorry, I'm not sure that I'm following.
Okay, let me explain. I want to go and spend my birthday in this really fancy hotel with my new boyfriend. Do you get it now?
No, I don't! What new boyfriend are you talking about? I mean, you and I are engaged! Are you telling me that you're seeing another man?
Yeah. I guess that's a pretty simple way to put it.
But I proposed to you and you said yes!
Yeah, I did do that. But it was only because I was getting worried about being my age and not being married yet. So I decided that I would marry the person who proposed to me who made the most money. And my new boyfriend Chad makes way more than you do. Not only that, but he's also just a much more interesting guy. So anyways, to reiterate, I'm going to be spending my birthday at the hotel with Chad and not you. Get it this time?
Are you kidding me? What about us? Do you have any idea how hard it was to book the penthouse at this place? How long the wait was? How much it cost me?
Yeah, and I'm sure that you did a great job booking everything. But I would really just be bored going with you. So I want you to give up your spot for Chad, okay?
Why do you keep saying that? How am I boring?
Look, Louis, I am thankful for you making these reservations. I really am. And it would just be terrible of you to waste that effort by canceling them now. So Chad and I are going to make the best of them, the way I know you would want us to. So, anyways, Chad. Not you, Chad. Get it?
And you really think that I'm just going to roll over and let this happen?
What do you mean?
I mean, you really think that I'm going to let you and this other random guy enjoy the reservations that I made for us?
Yes? Oh, cool. Chad just said he was willing to pay you back, so we're all good, right?
So then you two are together with each other right now?
Yeah, he's right here with me.
Wow. I guess I just had no idea how good you were at lying to people.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that our engagement is off. You and I are not getting married.
Well, duh, that was obvious already. That wasn't what I was talking about. I want to know what's going to happen to the hotel reservations.
I haven't decided yet. Just leave me alone. Hey, Carmela, are you there? I was just wondering if you're going to be free the next couple of days. Ideally, you and your husband, if you know his schedule.
Oh, hey, little bro. Can I ask him his schedule? Why do you want to know if we're free those days?
Well, if I didn't have any plans, I have a free night at the Livingston Resort if you two would like it.
Hold on a second. You mean the Livingston Resort? Are you kidding me? That place is blowing up all over social media. I heard it was almost impossible to get a booking there. You're talking about that place, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Hold on a second. We couldn't take your reservations. I mean, you and Wendy should go there. It would be perfect for an engaged couple to spend some quality time together. Besides, isn't it her birthday this weekend? I'm sure she'd love to go to a place like that with you.
Right, well, about that. There was going to be the original plan, but now that is not going to work out.
Wait, really? What happened? Did you two have a fight or something like that?
I guess you could say it's closer to something like that.
Well, I'm not really sure what's going on between you two, but surely there's gotta be a way to fix things, right?
Normally I would agree with you, but I don't think this is one of those times, unfortunately. She was cheating on me! She cheated on me and said that she didn't want to get married anymore.
You're kidding me. Did she really say that?
She did! And not only that, but after I worked so hard to book one of the best rooms in the hotel, she asked if she could keep the plans so that her and her new boyfriend could go.
I don't believe it. I had no idea that Wendy was that kind of person. But I understand why you would never want to let her have those plans. Why don't you just cancel the reservation?
I thought about it. But after all the work I put into getting it, I figured it's better not to waste it. So anyways, that's why I was wondering if you and your husband would like to stay there for the night instead.
Well, I just asked Tom, and he was all too eager to take you up on your offer. He's also very grateful for it.
Great! I suppose you can explain to him the full context of what happened later. But anyways, I'll go ahead and change the name of the reservation and let you know when I do. Either way, you should be able to give your or my name and get in the room just fine.
Amazing! This is so exciting! Thank you so much. We won't forget this. Lewis, are you there? You're not going to believe what happened. This is total BS!
What do you mean? I thought that you two would have been checking into a hotel right now. Did something happen?
Well, we pulled up to the hotel and Wendy was there at the front desk when we walked in.
You're kidding me! Was she really there?
Yeah, she tried to check in using your name, but then the people at the front desk told her that the names on the reservation had been changed. But I guess that Wendy threw such a fit about it being a mistake that the people at the front desk finally let her check into the room.
I see. Well, that is really crazy. But I take it that she didn't see you and Tom?
Well, I got a little dressed up and put on some makeup today, and Tom put on some nice clothes as well, so maybe she just didn't recognize us outside of our casual clothing.
Oh, well, that's a good thing, I guess.
But also, Wendy was there with a guy. Is the guy she's cheating on you with named Chad Sigmund?
I actually haven't gotten around to doing that much digging into whom it was that Wendy was cheating on me with. I only know that his first name is Chad, but I haven't learned his last name and Wendy never said.
I see. Well, if she told you his name is Chad, then it has to be the same person.
And this guy is someone that you know then?
Well, he's someone that Tom knows through work, actually.
You're kidding. Wow, what a small world. That is so crazy.
It really is. So anyways, we can meet up again soon and I'll tell you all that Tom knows about this Chad guy. But anyways, I also wanted to let you know that we sneakily took some pictures of the two of them to serve as proof of their affair. We'll send those over to you soon.
Wow, Carmela, thank you so much. You two have been a huge help in all of this.
It's our pleasure. But Tom and I have been talking, and we figured that since it's the weekend, we probably only have until Monday to come up with a plan of attack.
Right. Good thinking. I guess I'll try to think of something by then. Thanks again for all your help, sis.
Louis, are you there? Why didn't you ever tell me about any of this? I heard that you know that Chad worked at the company that your brother-in-law runs.
Yeah, I actually just heard about that for the first time a couple of days ago.
Oh, really? So you didn't know either?
I didn't. But I tried to get Carmela and Tom the reservations that I had made for us. But when they went to check in, you were already in line in front of them. They told me all about the scene you caused to check into the room.
You mean, those two were standing right behind me that whole time?
That's right. Not only that, but they were texting about it after you left to go inside the room. That was also when they realized that they knew the man you were cheating on me with.
What the heck is going on here? Did you seriously try to change the reservation so that I couldn't get the room? You have no idea how embarrassing it was having to cause a scene like that to get what I thought was a birthday present for me. But thanks to you giving Carmela and Tom the reservations, they saw what happened and who I was with. And now apparently Chad is in trouble at work. He was in line for a promotion, but now apparently it's not happening anymore.
Oh, really? Yeah, that adds up. I know that Tom is normally the type of person who never mixes business with pleasure. But I guess even a guy like that couldn't stand by while he was hiring the man who stole his brother-in-law's fiancée. Don't you hate when your boss has a heart?
But what are we supposed to do? I mean, what is going to happen to Chad? More importantly, what is going to happen to his career?
Why do you think that I have the answer to either of those?
Because this is all your fault. None of this would be happening if you hadn't given away my hotel reservation.
I'm going to have to beg to differ here. I had no idea that the guy you were cheating on me with worked for Tom. In either way, you should have turned around when you found out that the reservation was no longer under your name. But instead, you threw a hissy fit until you got your way, causing trouble for everyone around you.
So you're saying that all of this is my fault? How am I to blame when I just wanted to find the richest husband that I could? I didn't want something like this to happen. Hey, Louis, what the heck is this notice in the mail that we just got? Are you seriously suing both of us? We've already broken off our engagement. You can't do this to us.
I see that the letter from my lawyer has arrived finally.
You aren't really serious about any of this, are you?
Do you think they send those kinds of documents out for fun? Of course I'm serious. And if you read through it, you'll see that I'm suing you for cheating after you had accepted my marriage proposal.
But I've never heard of someone getting sued for something like that.
Well, then you should brush up on the law, I guess. Because I have a lawyer who tells me I'm well within my rights to be doing this.
So you really went out and hired a lawyer for all of this?
How do you think lawsuits work? Anyways, you should send those papers and offer for settlement. You are more than welcome to just pay that amount, and we could call this whole thing done.
Well then, I take back what I said. I do want to get married to you again.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. And now that we're back together, there is no way that you can sue me for this. All right, I think that takes care of that.
Sorry. I meant, are you kidding? Like, do you actually think I'm going to buy that? You cheated on me. You think I'm just going to take you back like that?
What do you mean?
I mean that I think you're forgetting about a lot of the things right now. For example, Chad's wife is going to be suing him and you for your affair in the same time that I'm suing the both of you right now.
She is? Why is she doing that?
Literally the same reason I am. Why are you not getting about this? Besides, we have more than enough proof to prove our cases against you without a shadow of a doubt.
But you can't do this to us. It isn't fair. We aren't going to be able to afford to pay for all of that.
Well, then you two shouldn't have cheated in the first place, huh?
I just wanted to marry a rich man. Is that really so bad? I mean, I already quit my job because I was sure this was going to work.
Wow. Well, you shouldn't have done that. But don't forget that you were the one who stabbed me in the back. So if you think that I'm going to go easy on either of you, you have got another thing coming. Why don't you just pay me what you owe me and then get out of my life forever?
Please don't do this. Don't do this to me.
Wendy tried calling her company back to ask for her letter of resignation to be cancelled, but she was too late. And since she quit, she received no severance package or benefits to speak of. And by the time the lawsuits were over, neither her nor Chad were left with any savings in their account. They tried asking their parents for help, but neither of them were interested in saving their children from the consequences of their own actions. Now, the two of them live together in a tiny apartment working several jobs just to survive. I hear that the police come over frequently because of all the fighting that could be heard coming from their room.
Good afternoon, Wyatt. How's it going? Is now a good time?
Hey Rachel, I'm good, thanks. What's up?
So first, there's something I want to talk to you about. Then, I have a favor to ask you.
I don't mind, but my break's gonna be over soon, and I don't want the boss to give me a hard time, so make it quick, okay? It's been a real pain in my backside this past week.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. Okay, short and sweet it is. So, my friend invited me on holiday to Guam.
Guam?
We'll be gone for a week from Sunday the week after next. I was wondering if I could ask you to do something for me while I'm gone. There's no way I can leave our little boy home alone for a week. He's only 7.
Oh, right. I see. Well, I do just so happen to be working remotely that entire week, so it won't exactly be a problem. Still though, isn't this all a bit sudden? It would have really helped if you gave me a little more notice.
I know, I'm sorry, hun. My friend was actually supposed to be going with her sister, but she pulled out on short notice due to some urgent business and left her with a spare hotel reservation. She asked me if I'd step in to save the day.
Oh, I see. You know what? I actually think it's good to go away for a break every now and then. It should do you good. Sure thing. Leave everything at home to me. Spread your wings and fly.
Oh, I'm so relieved to hear you say that, babe. Thanks a bunch. Alright, I'm gonna head down to the mall to buy some holiday essentials. Good luck with work. I hope the boss eases off on you. Thanks again, Wyatt. You're a star.
Don't mention it. Catch you later, babe.
Hey there, Wyatt. Long time no see. You busy?
Huh? Indigo? No kidding. It's been ages. What's my adventurous globe-trotting sister doing messaging me out of the blue like this? How's life abroad treating ya? You used to it over there yet? Must have been a lot to take in at first.
For sure. It took some time to adjust. I guess I am getting used to it now, though, little by little. Putting that aside for the moment, there's something important I need to discuss with you.
Something important? What is it?
Listen, I'm in Guam this week for my friend's wedding.
Wow, really? You'll never believe it, but my wife Rachel is there now too. What a coincidence. She got a surprise invite from her friend and they flew off yesterday. So they're probably off adventuring in the jungle or something as we speak.
Uh-oh. I was hoping you wouldn't say that. So it was Rachel after all.
No way. Did you see her? Is the world really that small?
Yes. I saw her, but in the worst way possible.
The worst way possible? Wait, is she okay?
You just said she went with her friend, right?
Yeah, why?
That friend is a guy.
Huh?
Look, Wyatt, this isn't going to be pleasant, and there's no nice way for me to say this, but is there a chance your wife might be having an affair and went on holiday with her lover?
Rachel, cheating on me. Is that what you're saying? No way, this can't be.
They seemed, how to put this, extremely familiar with one another. I don't just mean as friends. Watching them together was like watching a pair of loved-up teenagers. Anyone would think they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I wouldn't be messaging you like this if I wasn't certain, and I'm so sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but I'm dead sure that's what's going on.
Wow, I see.
I panicked and I didn't know what to do, so I just took out my phone and started taking pictures while they weren't looking. You can see their faces pretty clearly. I'll send them to you soon.
I'm sorry to trouble you like this, sis.
Don't be silly. You're the last person who should be apologizing. I need Wi-Fi access to contact you here, so I can't reach you 24/7, but rest assured, if I find out anything else, I'll message you ASAP. Try not to worry, okay?
Okay, got it. Thanks for this. I'm really lucky to have a sister like you.
Wyatt, is now a good time?
Hey, Indigo, sure. Go on, let me hear it.
So Rachel's Reprehensible Rendezvous Part 2 just came out.
Go on. What did you find out?
Turns out, Rachel and the guy she's staying with are staying in the same hotel as me.
Seriously?
Yes, and that's not all. My friend, the one whose wedding I came to in Guam for, just so happens to be staying on the same floor as them. I asked her a few carefully worded questions in a roundabout way, hoping to shed some light on the whole thing. It's just as I suspected. Apparently, they're staying together in the same room, and the way she described the noises coming through those walls, it could only be one thing.
I see.
Wyatt, are you okay?
Huh?
There was no way I could just find all this out and do nothing. But at the same time, this must be an enormous shock for you.
Yeah, in a sense. Don't get me wrong. At first I thought I was going to lose it for a moment. The blood rushed to my head. I saw red and I almost booked a flight to Guam myself. This morning I remembered something.
You remembered something. What?
I calmed down after doing a little digging and confirming my suspicions about the thing I remembered, so I'm feeling pretty level-headed now. Suddenly, everything makes sense. If anything, I'm thinking coolly and calmly about how I'm going to deal with my deceitful traitor of a wife when she flies back to the States.
I see. I'm flying back home today, so I won't be able to keep an eye on her like I have been doing anymore. I hope that's not a problem.
Sure, of course not. You've done more than enough, sis. I feel nothing but gratitude for what you've done for me. When I started digging myself, I was able to come up with heaps of evidence of the affair right from the comfort of the house here in Florida. To think people hire investigators for this kind of thing, I barely even had to try.
Huh? What do you mean? Like, what kind of evidence?
Her lover is none other than the husband of one of her friends and fellow moms from kindergarten.
Seriously?
His name's Paul. You might want to grab a sick bucket for this one. but apparently her pet name for him is Pollykins, and he calls her his Reichibu. It's hard to believe my own wife, a married woman with a little boy, will behave so deplorably. I can't even begin to imagine what drove her to this. She must have lost her mind. As for the proof, how long have you got? There's enough here to settle the divorce 100 times over.
Go on then. What did you find?
Before I tell you, you sure you got time? You don't have to rush to board the plane or anything, right?
I really should start moving now, actually, so you're gonna have to leave me hanging for a little while. Spill the beans when I land, okay? I'll message you as soon as I can.
Sure thing. Safe flight, Sits.
Hey, Maya, honey, I'm back. I just arrived at the station. Guam was simply amazing. What a beautiful country.
Welcome home. By the way, Rachel, there is a little something I need to ask you about.
What is it?
Who was the friend you went to Guam with? I can't remember if you told me or not.
Huh? Oh, it was just an old classmate from back in high school. We used to be best friends.
Man? Woman?
Obviously she's a woman. What do you take me for? Jeez, Wyatt, what are you like? Why do you ask? Wait, you don't suspect me of something, do you?
You tell me. Hypothetically, if I did suspect you of something, what do you think it might be? You know, if you had to take a wild guess.
Having an affair? Or something? Judging from the way you asked me, I wonder if maybe you suspect me of cheating on you?
Forget suspicion. Try definitive proof.
Huh? Definitive proof? What are you talking about? Oh my god, what?
This guy's one of your friend's husband, right? I've met him a few times myself, so I know his face.
Wait, how the hell do you have this photo? This should be impossible. What the? What did you do? Did you go sniffing around behind my back?
Oopsie, looks like you're forgetting something.
What? Forgetting what?
It must have been 3 years ago now. Remember that time your phone was running out of space and you asked me to back up all the photos on it? Well, I used my immeasurable technical genius to upload everything to the cloud with my second computer. Naturally, being the one who uploaded them, I still have admin rights to all the folders.
You still have the photos from way back then?
To be honest, I totally forgot about them myself, but when I received word of what was transpiring in Guam, I remembered the photos and wondered if I might be able to find something conclusive if I fetched my old dusty computer from the attic and checked out what was actually in those albums. Lo and behold, I hit the jackpot. Well, that might be a strange way of describing the collection of thousands of pictures your wife performing lewd acts with another man, but sure enough, I had all the proof I could have wished for. And such variety. The stuff in the pics ranged from the mild to the extreme to the downright bizarre. I didn't even know some of those positions were possible. I was grateful in a sense. It was really nice of you to save me the trouble of investigating myself or hiring someone by providing me with mountains of evidence like that.
Wait a second, no! This is all a big misunderstanding!
Huh? In what way? How could the contents of these photos possibly be misunderstood?
You got this all wrong. Those photos aren't what you think.
Oh yeah? How's that?
I did this for you, baby. Listen, there's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Just hear me out. So there was this guy who kept coming on to me at work, right? Now, I know how busy you are, and I didn't want to cause you any unnecessary worry. But I thought if he realized I was married, he'd back off. So I asked Paul if he'd take a few pictures with me pretending to be my husband. Then I sent them to the guys so he'd get the message and leave me alone. That's why we took all those photos. Oh, you silly Billy. You didn't think they were real, did you? I can see why you might think we went a little too far in some of them, but I figured if we didn't look genuine, the creep at work wouldn't believe me. I get this might be hard for you to believe. And I know it's a lot to take in, but but don't you think instantly assuming I'm cheating on you like this is a little horrible?
Interesting. How do you explain this then?
What? How?
You've always had a habit of taking screenshots of your favorite messages, right? Turns out you were doing it with Loverboy's messages too, voluntarily leaving behind evidence of your misdeeds like this really saved me a ton of hassle.
Wait, no. You got it all wrong again. We did this on purpose so I can screenshot it and send it to that creepy guy who kept coming on to me at work. It was all an act.
Have you even read this stuff in the screenshot?
Huh? What do you mean?
Your creepy colleague story doesn't really hold up against Paul asking you things like, "Does your husband know about us?" Does it? He's too much of a moron to figure it out. No matter how many times I read it, the message is loud and clear. We're having an affair, and we're proud of it.
No, but I want you to know it wasn't Paul who I went on holiday to Guam with. It really was one of my girlfriends, I promise. What? Seriously?
I can't wait to see your swimsuit. Stop it, you spicy love devil. Is this how you talk with your female friends? Oh yeah, that's funny. You all seem to be calling him Pollykins too. Is your girlfriend's name Paul?
No, well, it was all an act. How many times do I have to tell you? That was just Paul pulling on an act to try and help me get rid of that creepy guy at work.
I see.
Being accused of cheating over something as innocent as this is the last thing I expected. I'm honestly heartbroken you think that about me, Wyatt.
So, just to be clear about this, are you saying the contents of these messages doesn't constitute cheating?
Obviously they don't.
Okay, how about this one? Is this cheating? This one's from Guam, right?
What? How?
The date, time, and place are all included in the file data, so there's no way you're worming your way out of this one.
Wait, hang on a sec. Did we even take any photos like that? I'm sure we didn't. Who took this? What the hell? Were we being followed or something? This is so creepy. This makes no sense. How did you...
I forgot to tell you, but this isn't one of the photos I got from your phone. It came from a third party, shall we say.
Huh? Who?
You're never going to believe this, because it really is the mother of all coincidences. But my sister happened to be in Guam at the exact same time and place as you and your lover boy.
Indigo! She was there too?
The photo I sent just now is one of the ones she took. In fact, it was thanks to her that I even had any idea this was going on in the first place.
No. Hold on just 1 second. Shouldn't your sister be in Australia right now? I thought she moved down under for work.
She was in Guam to go to her friend's wedding when she saw you. Don't you think she did a good job? Your faces couldn't be more visible. This is about as good as anything a pro photographer could come up with in my book.
Oh my god, this can't be real. That photo should not exist.
What's wrong? Are you sad because you ran out of excuses?
I didn't make any excuses. Wyatt, please.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. I told Pollykins' wife everything.
You didn't! Tell me you're lying, please. He'll be furious with me.
Did you really think anyone was getting out of this without facing the consequences? You reap what you sow, and that goes for you both. No matter how love drunk you might be, surely you're not naive enough to think I was going to let his poor wife continue being deceived by a lying, cheating scumbag like him. On that note, it just so happens that she's already done filing for divorce and it's going through court as we speak. She moves fast, huh? Apparently, she ordered the entire contents of Pollykins' savings account as compensation for his unfaithfulness. Oh yeah, and on the subject of compensation, it's also looking like you're going to owe me a hefty sum real soon.
Paul's wife filed for divorce already? Compensation? Lord, give me strength.
While you two were off smooching like loved-up teenagers and frolicking in the sand in Guam, Me and her were making all sorts of preparations for the rest of our lives.
Oh my god. I never thought it would get out like this. Not now.
Regardless of however or whenever it got out, it was always going to come to this, and you'd have to be an idiot to think otherwise. Anyway, listen up, and listen good. You need to stay away from this house. Do not come home under any circumstances. I had all your belongings sent to your parents' house, so you have nothing to come back for anyway.
What the hell? You did what? No, you didn't. Did you tell my parents about this?
Obviously I did.
No! How could you? You had no right! Don't you know how strict my mom and dad are about this kind of thing? They're fundamentalist Christians, for crying out loud. They'll frickin' disown me because of you!
Oh, so you're saying you did what you did knowing full well how disgusted your parents would be with you when they found out. You really are beyond saving. Pathetic.
Stop it! What a horrible thing to say.
I don't think it's horrible at all. In fact, I think it's the perfect way to describe you. Anyway, there's no point in continuing this conversation, and to be honest, I feel sick just thinking about you, so any and all correspondence between us will be had through our lawyers from now on.
No, wait! No!
Goodbye. After I blocked her, my soon-to-be ex-wife had no choice but to move back in with her parents, where, just as predicted, she was met with nothing but unbridled rage, disgust, and contempt. In a torrent of righteous fury, her dad ordered her to sign the divorce papers and pay my compensation immediately, even if it meant going into debt, and swore in the Bible he'd force her to repent for what she'd done. A week later, the amount written on the compensation claim I sent her was paid into my bank account in full, and the divorce papers, complete with my wife's signatures, were sent off. Apparently, when she told her parents she'd done all of the above, they disowned her and booted her out of the house without a moment's hesitation. Last I heard, she's currently juggling several jobs in a desperate attempt to pay off her debts, while living in a run-down old apartment on the outskirts of town. Naturally, I won custody of our son. He sure is a bright one. It turns out he actually knew his mom had been doing things she shouldn't have been. Isn't it funny how kids pick up on these things? When his grandpa asked him who he wanted to live with, he took a firm stance, folded his arms, and declared boldly and resolutely, "I want to live with my daddy." When I heard about what he said, with a tear in my eye, I resolved to love, to cherish, and to give him the most amazing upbringing a little boy could ever have. Here's to our future.